gentleman here, of course, was here last year, and we saw such a real response from him again, and we've worked with him for quite a few years. He's the only person that has a gold record as a bluegrass album, Sunny Side of the Mountain, and it's in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Let's give him a hand for that, if nothing else. But he's not only that, but he's a master showman in bluegrass, and when it comes to bluegrass music, he really turns you on. Ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome the king of bluegrass music, Jimmy Martin and the Sunny Mountain Boys.
Thank you. Much obliged. Appreciate it.
From Kentucky, she's found another man. I can't even kiss her, can't even hold her hand. The moon we used to love beneath is still up in the sky. Now I'm just a hot shot with a teardrop in my eye. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em and grieve 'em. That used to be my motto so high. Till my soproni left me so lonely, and now that's a teardrop in my eye. At first, and I'd let them down. I've seen so many pretty eyes filled with bitter tears, trying to forget them, but now I have my fears. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em and grieve 'em. That used to be my motto so high. Till my soproni left me so lonely, and now a teardrop in my eye. To me than the whole wide world. I used to be a killer with women in your mind. Now I'm just a hot shot with a teardrop in my eye. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em and grieve 'em. That used to be my motto so high. Till my soproni left me so lonely, and now a teardrop in my eye. I'll be loving that sweet girl. You mean more to me than the whole wide world. I used to be a killer with the women in your mind. Now I'm just a hot shot with a teardrop in my eye. Love 'em and leave 'em, kiss 'em and grieve 'em. That used to be my motto so high. Till my soproni left me so lonely, and now a teardrop in my eye. Like that? Thank you. All right. I appreciate that so much. You make me nervous, tell you the truth. All the good picking been going on up here. I don't know if you all feel that that sound that good to you. You feel sorry for us, but just keep it up. You make me feel like I'm somebody, if you know what I mean. Appreciate it. Do I? Huh? I appreciate you being quiet. I'll sing what I want to. No, I'm going to sing all of them. Because you've heard my songs, and I'm going to sing them for you, and we'll be over here selling you some of them after a while. Some lady come up and said, "Sing something old." Well, that was very old. You know when that was released? Back in 1958. Older than that? Well, hell, I'm too much older than that myself. Now I don't know what to do. I'm all nervous. Oh, Lord. See how nervous I am? I wish y'all would behave yourself. I'm going to get Audie and Chris, and I want the sound man, if you can, keep these pretty hot right here, because we all three back up and sing in it. And I know you'll do it because you've been doing a good job all day. Give him a good hand, would you? He's a good one. Thank you. We've got this in a brand new album we'd like to do for you, and I hope you'll like the way we do it. It's kind of a sad song. We call it the Tearjerker. One call It Takes One to Know One, honey, and I know you. Little girl, you stand out in the crowd. You're laughing, thank you, and talking much too loud. But I see a little tear peeking through. It takes one to know one, and I know you. It takes one to know one, and I know you. A little tear through your smile I see through. You've been hurt and you're frightened, you're so blue. It takes one to know one, and I know you. Little girl, please take hold of my hand. You can go on and cry, I'll understand. And pay no mind if I start crying too. It takes one to know one, and I know you. It takes one to know one, and I know you. A little tear through your smile I see through. You've been hurt and you're frightened, you're so blue. It takes one to know one, and I know you. Ya little girl, you stand out in the crowd. You're laughing, you're talking a little too loud. But I see a little tear peeking through. It takes one to know one, and I know you. It takes one to know one, and I know you. A little tear through your smile I see through. You've been hurt and you're frightened, you're so blue. It takes one to know one, and I know you. It takes one to know one, and I know you.
Thank you. All right. Yeah. Keep it up. Oh, I hear you.
Thank you. Boy, I tell you, you all make me feel nice. I was awful nervous when I come out here, but I'm kind of cooling off right now. Good to see y'all so happy. Look like it's a good crowd. Ralph Stanley and the Osborne brothers brought them, and I'll tickle you to death. Every time I play with Ralph Stanley and the Osborne brothers, Bill Monroe and Jim and Jesse, Mac Wiseman, they always have me a big crowd. And I appreciate it. Then that makes us sell a lot of albums. Make a lot of money. I'm going to call on Chris Warner with a 5-string banjo. Everybody likes the way he plays. If you like the way he picks, you give him a big hand, and you'll see him grin, show every chopper in his head. What did you like to pick?
Big country.
Big Country. Let her go. You like that? Give him a big hand if you would. He'd appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, Audie. You're getting better all the time. Audie's got a lot of his folks here is the reason why he's getting a big hand on that mountain. Dad, Nance, cousins, and uncles, grandma and grandpa. They're sitting out there, and his girlfriend, I've seen her just wearing her hands out. Audie's got his girlfriend with him today. He wanted me to explain that. Don't expect too many of you girls coming up and getting his autograph. He's been had in this state right now. But we'll be in Florida next week, won't we, Audie? You'll get your jaw slapped, or I will one. I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you sing her one. That'll get me out of it. I'm a nervous wreck. I don't know why I'm a-shaking. I told you we'd sing what we want to. If you behave yourself, we're going into it. Well, we appreciate that. We love you to holler out our songs. That way I know you've heard them. And you must love them or you wouldn't want to hear them again. I'm going to let Audie sing one that we got in our album. And we'll tell you about our albums after a while. And our brand new videotape. That's the corniest thing that ever come out of Nashville. You'll never see nothing like it. You'll never have nothing in your home like it. I'll tell you about it after a while. Audie sings, Don't Give You a Heart to a Rambler, Poor Little Girl. Don't fall in love with me, darling, of a rambler. Although you're the sweetest sweetheart in this world. Well, it's all for your sake, dear, that I plead. Well, don't give your heart to a rambler, little girl. and the boxcars as I read up down the line. Don't fall in love with me, darling, have a rambler. Although you're the sweetest sweetheart in this world, well, it's all for your sake, dear, that I thank you, boy. Well, don't give your heart to a rambler, little girl. Sweeter than the rest. Believe me when I say didn't mean to hurt you or do anything to buy your happiness. Don't fall in love with me, darling, have a rambler. Although you're the sweetest sweetheart in this world, well, it's all for your sake, dear, that I plead. Well, don't give your heart to a rambler, little girl.
You like that? Give him a big hand. Think about Audie. All right. Thank you. Much obliged. Boy, I thought you done awful good on that. I tell you what, we was going to maybe do a couple of songs tonight, and we still will if you folks want us to. But this fellow that I'm going to bring out is tired, and he said I'm just about wore out, but I want to sing one or two with you, Jimmy, that we recorded. And tonight he has to go plumb up in New York, and he's played someplace last night, and we didn't want him to get away without singing one or two songs that we recorded with him. On down the line, many bluegrass people that I've worked for and worked with, some of them have worked for me, and they don't come up and say, "Howdy, Jimmy." They shun you all they can. This guy has never worked with me, only just recorded an album. And I met him through him and his late brother, Carter Stanley, and he spoke to me every show date we've ever been with and treated me nice, and I count him one of my closest friends in bluegrass music. We're going to sing one or two songs that we've got in an album. We'll sell them to you. Nice hand from my friend Ralph Stanley. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, folks. Good to be here. Jimmy, it's good to sing a couple of songs with you. And I'd say you've got the songs we're going to sing right on the album, and you'd like to sell them to the folks, wouldn't you? E? E like in mule.
Let's do a little higher, Ralph. I want to get high today.
I can't play it no higher.
You like to get high, but not that high.
I guess you got high after a while, won't you?
Ralph, I don't need no advertising on drinking. It's done been told on me enough. I've quit.
I'm glad you quit, Jimmy.
I've quit.
What about the rabbit and the log?
Last show tonight.
Last show tonight, after the last show. What about the rabbit and the log?
We've got it in the album right over yonder. We're going to show it to them after a while. You cut it loose, Earl.
There's a rabbit in the log and ain't got no dog. How will I get him? I know. I'll get me a briar and twist in his hair. That will get him. I know.
I know.
I know.
Yes, I know.
Yes, I know. That will get him. I know. I'll get me a briar and twist in his hair. Lord, that's how I'll get him. I know. I'll build me a fire and cook that old hair, roll him in the blaze and let him brown. Have a feast here tonight while the moon's shining bright. Find me a place to lie down, to lie down, to lie down, to lie down, to lie down. Find me a place to lie down. I'll build me a fire and cook that old hair. Find me a place to lie down. I'm going down the track, no coat on my back, coat on my shoes and early gone, wore out. Just a little ways ahead, there's an old farmer's shed. That's where I rest my worried bone.
My lazy bone.
My lazy bone.
My worried bone.
My worried bone. That's where I rest my worried bone. Just a little ways ahead, there's no farmer's shed. That's where I rest my worried bone. There's a rabbit in the log and ain't got no dog. How will I get him out? No. I'll get me a friar and twist in his hair. That will get him, I know.
I know.
I know.
Yes, I know.
Yes, I know. That will get him out. No. I'll get me a friar and twist in his hair. That will get him, I know. Go by and buy that record now from Jimmy. You got it on an album and a tape, haven't you?
We've got a whole album made by me and you, Ralph, over there, and I think it's the best picture of me on an album that I've had because you're standing there with me, see?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Sure
Because you
do.
took such a good picture.
Well,
you
I
was
thought-
all dressed up good that
I
day.
thought we both looked all right.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, you helped me a lot.
yeah.
You mixed me with a pretty bed of red roses, and I look good myself.
What about that? You know, sometimes we go down the road of feeling bad, don't we?
Huh?
Go down the road
we've
of
got
feeling
that
bad.
in there.
We've got that in there. Let's put that
Let
down.
me get this J.D. Crow said, let me get my clank off here.
This is clank.
Clank. There we go.
I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and ain't gonna be treated this way. They feed me on cornbread and beans. They feed me on cornbread and beans. Lord, they feed me on cornbread and beans, Lord, Lord. I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad, Lord, Lord. And I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going if I never get back. I'm going if I never get back. Oh, I'm going if I never get back, Lord, Lord. I ain't going to be treated this way. I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad, Lord, Lord. And I ain't going to be treated this way. I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad. I'm going down this road feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated just the way. Thank you, Lord. Thank you very much. Thank you. I tell you what, thank you. Give him a nice hand, would you? It's all right with me. I love you, and I love him. Thank you. I'm glad to play a festival. I'd as soon have Ralph Stanley the festival on the headline and Bluegrass Festival as anybody I know, because when he's there with me, we always have a good crowd. People do love Ralph Stanley and his boys. They buy a lot of his records. Thank you.
we'd like to do your trio number. Right. What? Okay. Here's one that we'd like to do for you that we have some in an album or table. I don't know where they've got our albums at. Where?
Right over here. Behind the speakers.
Right over behind the speakers over there, there's a table. And we've got albums by Ralph Stanley and me. And we've got some by me and Bob and Sonny, the Osborne brothers, when we worked as a team together. And we've got some of me and Paul J.D., a whole bunch of them over there. And a jam session. Besides, we got a videotape that was taken live at my home that I live in beautiful Hermitage Hills, rock throwing distance from the President Andrew Jackson down there. And it shows you the outside of my little place, about 8 acres, my 2 pony mules, the inside of my home, how it looks on part of it, and some 10 songs, my most requested songs that we've got in there, and also shows you the place that I was born and raised up in, and a little boy, and shows me a sitting in the chair down home telling you what a hard time I had keeping warm with a crosscut saw. They didn't have any chainsaws back then. We couldn't afford them. They didn't have no cars and trucks, or we didn't. We just had a wagon and a sled and a real good team of horses until I left home, got me a job, and bought me a car. And you'll see the story, the life story of it in there. It's got me on the road in my bus, and you'll enjoy it. If it ain't worth the money that you pay for it when you see it on your videotape at home, I'll tell you what you do. You just send it back to me. If you don't say it's the corniest thing that ever come out of Nashville, you'll get some laughs, and you'll be sad in some of it. And if it ain't the corniest thing and the best thing ever come out of Nashville, you just send it back to me if you don't like it. Some guy said, how about money refunds? There's no damn money refunds either, buddy. And if you send it back, please don't send it COD. You pay the postage. But I haven't got one back yet. But if you do accidentally send it back just to see if you can make me get my feelings hurt or anything like that, if you do send it back, as I said, don't send it COD, pay the postage, then when I resell the tape, I'll send you your money again. That's far enough, ain't it? Here's the wrong key. Here's one we'd like to sing you a trio. Back in 1956, 57, me and Bob and Sonny, the Osborne brothers, seemed like we ain't loud enough up here. Something went down there, I believe, sound me. No, I don't want to get no closer than this right here, because their trio's going to have to sing this close. If I get in there close, they won't hear them. Now, I've got such a good singing trio, I want everybody to hear that. But it... Huh? Well, get me loud right here, and I'll stay back here, okay? You're a good guy. I love you. If you're a woman, I'd marry you. Now, you'll sound good now, won't you? You know, pretty good when you get close enough like that to me and make me sound good. But anyway, now I think the reason why I said I love you, I heard you boys out here singing my songs, and you done an awful good job on them. Ain't that the guys that run the sound system? One that sung all my songs out here a while ago? One guy said, don't you get mad at them singing your song? I said, hell no. If they sing them any louder and cornier than me, let them go to it out there. I appreciate that very much. I enjoy it. Make your whole show next time out of it. I appreciate it. Now, we're going to sing you one, as I said, me and Bob and Sonny, the Osborne brothers, released with RCA Victor back in middle 1950s. Got number 5, the best-selling country record. It wasn't no such a thing as bluegrass then. This was up in the country charts with Hank Snow and Eddie Arnold. Number 5, the best-selling country record for RCA Victor. Then me and the Sonny Mountain Boys recorded it again on Decca Records and put it back in the top 10 again. One called 20/20 Vision and Walking Around Blind. I've been to the doctor, he says I'm all right. I know he's lying, I'm losing my sight. He should have examined the eyes of my mind. 20/20 vision and walking around blind. With my eyes wide open, I lay in my bed. Every one part dying, I wish I was dead. But this is my punishment, death is too kind. 20/20 vision and walking around blind.
You just couldn't know her the way that I do. You said that she's wicked, and maybe it's true. But there's one thing I do know, she's no longer mine. 20/20 vision and walking round blind. Since she's gone and left me, I feel so alone. I carry a heart that is heavy as stone. I know that she cheated, I knew all the time. 20/20 vision and walking around blind. I've lost her, oh, what will I do? I bet you're not happy if she's there with you. The eyes of your heart will have trouble like mine. 20/20 vision and walking round blind. Couldn't know her the way that I do. You said that she's wicked, and maybe it's true. But there's one thing I do know, she's no longer mine. 20/20 vision and walking around blind. One more. Thank you both. Appreciate it. I've lost her, oh, what will I do? I bet you're not happy if she's there with you. The eyes of your heart will have trouble like mine. 20/20 vision and walking round blind. 20/20 vision and walking round blind. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. 20/20 vision, walking round blind. We have that in some albums. I said when we get through here, you folks like to look over some of our cottage tapes. We got out some new albums, some old ones, and some, like the lady said, real old, back in middle 50s and all of that. This will be 38 years I've played bluegrass music and traveled through the country. Farthest away we've been is Japan. When we played over there, the people was for us just like you all are, but I've never been back over there, and I tell you what I'd rather do. I don't like flying too much. I like to get high, but not that high. And another thing, I know there's places and people likes to go to foreign countries to play bluegrass music, but I'd rather play it to the people here in America that loves me and be amongst you people. As long as you live, I'll never die. Thank you. I think I can make a living just staying around here, living in Nashville and visiting you folks at the Bluegrass Festival. Here's a new album that we've got out. We've got an old one, then we released a new one. And Audie does a good job. If you like the way he sings tenor on it, it's hard to have a tenor singer good enough to sing this song because he has to be long-winded to do it. We only had one more tenor singer with us that recorded it, and his name was Paul Williams, and this has been the next boy that could sing the song with me. We've got it for sale, one called Stormy Waters. Some of the people asked for it. If you're ready, we'll do it. Though a pilgrim on earth I may journey along, knowing not what the future may hold, I'd rather have Jesus and sing love's sweet song than a coveted earth, silver and gold. God's unchanging hand. Thank you, folks. Appreciate that. Here we have disappointment so often I find. Stormy waters around me may roll, may roll. I'll hold to the hand of my Savior so dear. He's a shepherd that's keeping my soul. Stormy waters adrift all around me, and a tempest and fury may roll. But I have my dear Jesus, my Savior. How He helps me, nobody can know. No one can know. When things I'm forsaken, and the earthly friends misunderstand. Stormy cold waters adrift all around me, but I hold to God's unchanging hand. Thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm proud you like good gospel songs, and Audie does such a good job, and I enjoy singing them. We've got that in an album. Come over there, and some of you folks have already bought our albums. We're right over here on the shade, right over there, right past the speakers. And you people's already bought some of the albums and cottage tapes. Some of them has done bought the videotape. And as I say, if it ain't worth it, you can mail it back to me. You'll never see nothing out of Nashville like it. It's the corniest thing you'll ever put on your TV screen. My address is right at the bottom if you don't think it's as corny as I'm telling you it is. It's worth the money, ain't it, Audie? Huh? And we've been selling a lot of it. It's got us going down the highway, nearly running into cars and trucks and everything in the bus. And me doing the driving it. Of course, I thought I was singing Sunny Side of the Mountain, forgot about driving the bus. Let's see, what else we ain't done? Somebody asked for. Well, we don't sing Sunny Side of the Mountain anymore. Hey, I'll tell you what we'll do. This bass player has been helping us now. And every time we get in a strain, he's been helping us. I think last year we went through 23 bass players. This year it's been 13. And he helps us every time. And he said he knew Tennessee, I Hear You Calling Me enough to sing it. I hear you calling me. But I can't sing that in lead, too. Last year, if you all listened to the Grand Ole Opry, I know you heard the 4 guys down there do Tennessee, and they do such a wonderful job. And they called me, I think it's last July, and they'd been singing Tennessee on all the shows down there, and the governor heard them sing it at one of the things they had, homecoming Tennessee all over it last year, and they was trying to make this thing a state song. Of course, I hoped they would. It'd make me a lot more money. But they got started at it too late. Half the year was done gone. I said, see, boys, you're always behind. You're the 4 guys. You ought to have been number 1 guys, and you'd been all right. But we're going to do it for you. One called Tennessee. It's about our home state. We wrote it. Tennessee, I Hear You Calling Me. You've heard about the state of Tennessee. Down in the southern states is where I want to be, where the valleys are so green and the mountains are so tall. You know just what I mean when you hear them say you are Tennessee. Tennessee.
I hear you calling me.
I hear you calling me. The home of David Crockett in the hills of Tennessee. That's where I want to go. Tennessee. Tennessee.
I hear you calling me.
I hear you calling me. calling me. The home of Davy Crockett in the hills of Tennessee.
That's all he does.
If ever I get back to the state of Tennessee, I tell her there'll be no more roaming for me. Our little sweetheart said she'd marry me as soon as I get back to the state of Tennessee. Tennessee.
I hear you calling me.
I hear you calling me. The home of Davy Crockett in the hills of Tennessee. If ever I get back to the state of Tennessee, I tell you there'll be no more roaming for me. Our little sweetheart said she'd marry me as soon as I get back to the state of Tennessee. Tennessee. Tennessee.
I hear you calling me.
I hear you calling me. The home of Davy Crockett in the hills of Tennessee. Thank you. You like that? I thought the bass player done a good job. Give him a big hand there, would you? Here you calling me. I didn't know you could sing, buddy. You do all right. Said we had a couple more. I'd like to leave this thing again. I'd like to do this especially for a real dear friend of mine. First time we played the park up here, he treated me so nice and been letting me come back and visit with my friends and fans up here. And it's good to see so many people, and maybe he'll let us come back again. According to how many albums he said we sold, and he went over and picked him up my videotape and album and looked at my girlfriend that takes care of him over there and hugged her neck a couple of times. And said, is this going to cost me anything? He thought he'd hug her neck, and she said, no, it ain't going to cost you nothing. But she said, you'll have to see what Jimmy says about that. That's for Marvin. Give him a nice hand. He promotes around here, and he does a good job. Y'all going to support him, ain't you? You support Marvin, and he'll support you by having any bluegrass entertainer that you want, as long as you draw enough in here to pay them. But now, if they can't draw it, then he ain't going to have them back. That means for me, and I'm glad you come out here and give me a big hand. Whether you come to see me or not, sounds like you for me anyway, and I appreciate it, and I'll never forget you. And I love you for that. Thank you. I'm gonna do all you men that's been slapping your hands out there. I'm gonna do a lot of guys sings for the women, because they buy a lot of the records, but a lot of men buys my records. I don't know what it is. Something about them, they buy them. But I'm going to do this for the men because it's a sad song, and I'd like to do it for all you men. Of course, I'll do it for the women, too, if they like it. Lady, don't get out your handkerchief and start crying and wiping your towel off back there. Please don't do that. Don't start weeping now. It's for the women, too. But mostly for all you men, especially you men that's been divorced. I want to do it for you men. I feel bad. I've been down that same road. It's a sad road. And I want to do it for all you men expecting a divorce in the next 5 years. You might as well go ahead and get it over with, because every minute gets harder and harder. One call I'd like to be, Marvin's for you especially. I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. Mistake I could ever make was to take that wedding vow. Now I'm tied to a nagging wife and always in a row. Too scared to talk, I walk the chalk, my head I meekly bow. I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. Yeah, I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. The girls I'd please with every squeeze and make them holler wow. But it's too late to change my fate, such things is not allowed. I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. Well, I spent my youth running around, I thought I knew it all. What I've learned it hard, now my head is bald. I reminisce the things I miss, the fields I'd like to plow. I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. The girls I'd please with every squeeze and make them holler a while. Well, it's too late to change my fate, such things is not allowed. I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. I'll get it, Curly. Even a little dog of Utah won't change the way I feel. I'm like a little dog too old to bite, all I can do is growl. I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. Yeah, I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. The girls I'd please with every squeeze and make them holler wow. Well, it's too late to change my fate, such things is not allowed. I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. Yeah, I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. Yeah, man. I'd like to be 16 again and know what I know now. I'll keep it up. We love you. They said we had time for one more, right? I don't know what to do. We had a bunch of requests. I only got time for one more now. What do you say, Mr. Flat? Oh, I see Lester Flat's cousin standing over here. How you doing? It's good to see you. Freeborn man? Well, I tell you what, all the songs that you're hollering, if we don't get to it, for every what I pick out this time, we'll do it on the next show. But I tell you what, here's one, if you ever go down to see, and please come over there and look at her records, and you people that's already bought them, come over there and we'll autograph them for you. And you people that ain't bought them, get over there. Go by the Osborne Brothers table and look at theirs, everywhere they at. And go by Ralph Stanley's and look at his. Look at theirs and come over and buy mine, and I'll autograph them for you. And okay, Chris said I told you, Chris, get up here. Chris has got an album over there, and on the next show he'll be doing you a couple of songs from his album. Well, sorry, Chris, we didn't have time this time, but we're going to do the one that we got in the Hall of Fame and the Walk Away of Stars. Little old Jimmy Martin is down there close to the Opry. He's at least in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Maybe one of these days they might let me sing again on the Opry. I don't know. Anyway, but you folks who I need anyway, just buy my albums. Help me along the highway. Every album that you buy from me is going to a needed family. I'm the head of the family. Go by the Hall of Fame and see all them great big stars. See me right in the middle of all of them. I didn't get in there without you people. You people bought my albums, made Sunny Side of the Mountain a big record, and they put it in there for me.
You'll see Roy sing his million seller. What a beautiful thought I've been thinking concerning a great speck of barn. You hear Bill Monroe sing his big hit. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining, shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Oh, let it, oh, Lulu. Here's one you made mix for little Jimmy. Now don't forget me, little darling, while I'm growing old and gray. Just a little thought before I'm going far away. I'll be waiting on the hillside when the day you will call. On the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall. Recorded many years ago. Don't forget all the promises you made me and so. I'll be waiting on the hillside when the day you will call. On the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall. Think of me. Please answer, little darling, tell me where you can be. It's been so long since I've seen you, but your love still lingers on. Don't forget me, little darling, though our love affair seems gone. Just a little thought before I'm going far away. I'll be waiting on the hillside when the day you will call. On the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall. Thank you, folks.
Jimmy Martin and the Sunny Mountain Boys, ladies and gentlemen. How do you like that one? Want them to do one more? You'd rather do that than eat supper? Well, let them hear it. Get your rear out here, Jimmy. You want to play one? Let him hear it. One more time.
Long as you live, I'll never die. I heard Oral Roberts out there said amen and amen. You all Oral Roberts fans, are you? Good. I think he's the best entertainer on TV. But he ain't going to be around no more. They buried him this week. You know, he's supposed to take up so much money, and the Lord was going to take him away, and he didn't get it. He asked for an extension. The Lord gave him that. He still didn't get it. Then he messed with a crook down in Florida that wrote him a bad check, and he signed it, and the Lord said, I'm tired, it's a bad check. I'm started messing with crooks. Took him on away, buried him alive. Thank you. If I don't get a hand, I'll kick that off the stage and never tell it again. No, like I said, I just tell that as a joke. You know, I think he's just about as good as any other preacher on TV, tell you the truth. They all just like me, they like to make money. But he did. I will say this, then we'll do you. I've got time to tell this, ain't no one. I've got time to tell one joke. One more. Really, this is serious, though. You know, everybody that goes to Earl, and he heals them some way, or they think he does, or they do something. I've seen them say they hadn't walked in years and get up and walk when he got through with them. But anyhow, he come to Nashville, and he recorded a long play album. And they give all 3,000 albums to send to a radio station. And he put his hands on the album and hollered heal and slipped it in an envelope, sent it to the disc jockeys. 3,000 letters went back to him from the radio station and said, Mr. Roberts, we like the size of your record, but we can't play it because the hole is healed up in the middle. In the Southland, my, Lord, Lord. Whew. I don't believe I can stand much more of that. 20-some odd years ago. Oh, yeah. My, Lord, Lord. Lord, if I felt any better, get it, lady, or whatever you do. It's good to see everybody so happy. Come over to the album table and shake my hand, and I'll shake yours. Lady, get you a seat. Right back there's a hot one. There's a lady just got up, still warm. She ain't found it yet. Well, I guess if you gotta go, you gotta go. It's right over there someplace. It's good to see everybody so happy. You can get you one too, fellow. Where you think you at, in the pool room someplace? Where was I at? Well,
I ran away for the first time.
I ran away for the first time. When I was 4 years old, I'm a creep on mine. My little home is on my back. Everybody happy? I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every mile of railroad track. Got a gal in Cincinnati, got a woman in San Antonio. Said I always love the girl next door, any place at home. I'm free born man. My little home is on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every mile of railroad track, Lord, Lord. Guitar, I carry an alto sax. I've been about 200 times, I always get it back. I'm a free-born man. My little home is on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every mile of railroad track. Said you may not like my appearance, and you may not like my little song. You may not like the way I talk, you like the way I'm gone. My little home is on my back. I know every inch highway, every foot of back road, every mile of railroad track. Said you may not like my appearance, and you may not like my song. Said you may not like the way I talk, you'll like the way I'm gone. I'm a freak on mine. My little home's on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every mile of railroad track. I'm a free-born man. My little home is on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every mile of railroad track. Thank you, folks. Appreciate you very much. Thank you.
All right, Jimmy Martin and the Sunny Mountain Boys. He's got records for you right over there. He's going to be signing autographs, and I appreciate him. I just don't know how much a sound man or an MC can appreciate sound.